So morning guys, we're on our last page for the week. This is page 117, okay? So here we have same kind of idea, but with more irregular shapes. And I suppose what we're looking at today is how to deal with an irregular shape, because they're like if you were a carpenter and you were going into a room, or if you were trying to put carpet down or wood down or anything down, or painting even a wall, they can be irregular. They can be odd shapes. They're not always going to be totally uniform, you know. So we're looking at this. They have given us some measurements, but they have left two of them out, X and Y. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. And so I've just drawn it down here on my little whiteboard, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you to try and work this out. Now what you do really is you try and make two different shapes. Well, you don't need to, yeah, you do. You're not finding the area, you're just finding X and Y. So let's look, first of all, kind of think if you made a full shape of this, what would the measurements be? So this is 8 over here, so this would be 8 here. So let's work it out. So if I've only 4 here and the full length of the shape is 8, what do you think the length of this is? If this is 4, this is 8, this then would be 4 centimeters. Because 4 plus 4 equals 8, and that would be the full length. So it's like you're drawing the ghost part of it, the part that doesn't exist here. All right, to give you a hand. Okay, so then let's look up here. We've got the width here. The width here is 7 centimeters, and down here we don't know what this is. Okay, but we do have other measurements that are going to help us out. So let's look. So if I was going to just make a different shape of here, I would have gone across like that. And 7 would have been the same as 7 here. So this length is the same as this length total across. Now we know the measurement here. We know that only 2 centimeters are used here. So what do you think the length of this imaginary line is? If this is 2 and this is 7. All right, have a think about it. And yes, you've worked it out. You take 2 away from the 7 and that gives you the amount. And the answer is 5 centimeters. Okay. So that's how you work out different parts of an irregular shape. You draw imaginary lines through and you think, what would that be if that was a full shape like that? If it was a regular shape. Okay. Same goes with this one. Okay. There's a piece taken out of that there, the Y and the X. However, you do know some of the measurements. So let's just draw that out here just for the fun of it. And I am going to write Y there, X there. You keep looking at it there while I'm drawing. And then we have 2 centimeters. And then we have 2 centimeters here. And then we have 9 centimeters here. And 8 centimeters here. Okay, so let's look down here. Okay, so here we have a shape. We have 9 centimeters, 8 centimeters, 2 centimeters, and 2 centimeters across here. So with all these measurements, we're bound to be able to work out what X and Y are. Okay, so first of all, again, kind of draw your imaginary line to make it a full shape. Okay. And so we can work out a number of things. Oh, yes, sorry, I missed one thing there. Okay, so here we have, let's look at for Y first of all first. Okay, so it's 2 centimeters along here and it's 2 centimeters along here. Okay, so if that line was completely away across, it would be equal to 9 centimeters. So how are we going to find out the shape or the length of Y? Or the width of Y, sorry, that actual line there. How are we going to find Y? Okay, so what we're going to do is 2 plus 2 is 4. 9 take away 4 is 5 centimeters. So if we add all those together, 2 plus 5 is 7, 8, 9, it's equal to the same length there. Now, so that's that one done. Let's look at X. X is that little line here, right? So we look here and we see that we have 2 centimeters here. and we have 8 centimeters here. Okay, so the whole length of that would be 6 if it was going the whole way across. So what do we think that X is there? Well, it's kind of, it's fairly straightforward there, because 2 is there. So this would be 2 as well. It would be the same length because it's a regular shape. So 2 centimeters would be what it is there. Okay. All right. Now, guys, don't use your ruler for this because they're not exact measurements. Okay. They're just done to scale they're just done in this way for the book. So using your ruler here isn't going to help you at all. Okay. So bear that in mind. Now, I'm going to go down to the next one for you guys. So if you want to stop the video and work away on that, please do. The next one says finding the area of more challenging shapes. So we found the, missing pieces there, the length of missing pieces there, but we didn't find the area. So that's what we're looking at now. Now, stupidly, they kind of used, a measurement, which is a bit wrong there. They used a 7 centimeter there. So 4, yeah. They used a very similar one to that, but now this is a new shape, just so that you're aware, okay? So the first thing they say is divide the shape into 2 rectangles. So do you remember I drew imaginary lines to find something out? Now you just divide it up and find the area of one. You make regular shapes out of the irregular shape, basically. So here we have 7 centimeters, we have 5 centimeters, we have, what else have we, 3 centimeters here, we have 2, what have we have 4 centimeters here. Okay, so some of the measurements written in, I think that's all we have. Yeah, so here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is break it into 2 regular shapes. So here's a regular shape. So now we have 2 rectangles. We have this rectangle and we have that rectangle. Okay. So the first thing then we're going to calculate possibly the length of this one. So we've got the length here, and we're going to work out the length of this one. Okay. So if you look, if that was continued all the way down, which it is over here, so all the way down there, it would be 4 centimeters plus 3 centimeters, which is equal to 7 centimeters. So we know now that the length is that. Okay. All right. And then here we're going to work out how much this is because we're not sure. Okay. So we see this is 5 across. And if I went the whole way across, it would go as far as 7. So 7 take away 5 equals the amount there. That's 2 centimeters. Okay. So we've worked out the bits that are missing. Now what we're going to do is find out the area of the 2 regular shapes. So how do I find area again? Area equals length multiplied by width. Okay, so let's find this out. 7 there and 7 there is the regular shape there. Oh no, it's not actually. You're right. It's 5 here. Sorry. Because we're actually only going as far as there. So Gav Meleshkale. So 7 multiplied by 5 is 35 centimeters squared. Now let's find out the area of this. So we have 2 here, and the 2 would be the same there, and 4 and 4. So 2 multiplied by 4 is 8 centimeters squared. So the answer is 35 centimeters squared plus 8 centimeters squared, which is equal to 43 centimeters squared. And that is your answer. So you have to find, first of all, the area of the regular shapes, find any missing bits that you don't know, and then find the area of the 2 regular shapes and then add them together. Okay, so with that in mind, give that a go for the rest of them. Okay, again, try them. If you're getting bogged down, just do 2 or 3 of them. Don't have to do all of them. All right. So just practice the skill. That's the important thing. Practice the skill. Slán everybody.